enough of that. What's up, everybody? I know I am late. I am late. Hey, Lock Queen. What's up, Abby? Hey, Diamond Pearl. What's up, boo? My DMV sister. Hey, Pacino Rules. Xavier. Hey, boo. Yeah. Hey, Below. Hey, C Golden, Peaky Tiki. Hey, Quintessential. Special shout out to all my members that are lit up in green. Members, I got a question for you guys. Hey, Reese's Pieces, how you doing, baby? I know you be in them bushes. I got your Cash App last week, and I did thank you. I don't know if you were in here when I thanked you, so I want to thank you now that I see you. Hey, number one Eagle fan. Hey, China White. Hey, Zap Allen. Number one Eagle fan, thank you for always leaving comments under my videos. Even if you just hit me with the little wavy wave to let me know that you were there. Y'all know that all of that helps with our algorithm when you leaving comments. Even if it's a nasty comment, honey, the comments help. Just like when we're live, the thumbs up button helps. So thank you so much for always leaving a little something in the comment section. Hey, New Jones, how are you? Hey, China White. Question, you guys. I have to come up with a new members only review. Y'all tell me what y'all want to see for members only. Hey, Dominique. Thank you for being here. By the time I get off of work, there is no time to watch TV. So I appreciate you, one of you. Oh, thank you. So y'all give me some suggestions on what y'all want the members only. You did okay, boo. Hey, Zara. What y'all want the members only review to be? Last time it was growing up hip hop, and y'all ain't watch it. So don't give me, it's no problem. I ain't mad about it. I just want to make sure that I'm doing something that y'all gonna watch. You know what I'm saying? I want it to be something that y'all wanna see. So we'll talk about it. I want y'all to start thinking about it. Start thinking, rolling it around in your head and start thinking about it, okay? Couple of announcements before I get started. So I'm late today because I wasn't going to go live because we're under a tornado warning. So if I have to what's up, peace, love. It's something I've been meaning to tell you for 2 weeks. I didn't want to bother you on vacation with business because you was on vacation, but I'll leave them. I'll DM you when I get off of here. I'll send you a message on IG. It's something along the lines of what we were talking about before you went on vacation. I got to remember. Do the Sweet Life LA. Well, I did the first 2 episodes. I have to do the 3rd episode, and then I know they dropped some new episodes today. I think it comes out every Thursday. So I did the first. It's Me D described it as Baldwin Hills 2.0. So maybe old movie reviews. Not really feeling any new shows. Okay, all right. I'll think about it. Y'all know I already do. And I'm going to get back on it. Every time I sit down to do a retro review, I get caught up in something. I've actually literally watched the next episode of Falcon Crest, and I watched the next episode of The Wire. I just have not had time to sit down and do the review because I'm still trying to get caught up on the current stuff, which I'm actually kind of caught up on now because I actually end up just having to drop some shows. I hate admitting defeat, but I had to drop some shows. I had to drop All Stars because one, nobody watching it, and 2, I was like 3 weeks behind. I ended up dropping 90 Day Fiance, Happily Ever After. I sort of gave y'all a wrap up at the end, but I just basically dropped that. And I think I'll do a final All Stars, but I'll probably do that. Actually, It's Me D nephew is going live. I believe it's on Friday to sort of do. And don't put nothing. I haven't looked at the last episode, so please don't put no spoilers in the chat. If you saw the last episode, please don't say nothing in the chat. Abby, if anybody put it in the chat, please erase it for me. Because I have not looked at the last episode. But I might either I'm gonna, because I don't think I'm gonna be able to join Nephew Friday because we're doing see, I'm all over the place. We're under a tornado watch. So El Teddy and I were going to do a teacher project tonight, but I wasn't sure about the power and stuff. And then El Teddy was doing a live with Giving You the Real Tea. They were doing their Battle of the Bands breakdown. You know, both of them are band boys and they love their band music. So we're going to do teacher project on Friday. So Friday evening, instead of my normal tribe meeting, we're going to be doing a teacher project. Tomorrow I can't go live because tomorrow is my brother-in-law's birthday, my new brother-in-law. It is his birthday, and we're going out to dinner tomorrow night. And then I'm going out of town this weekend. So I'm not going to be able to go live until at least Monday. Now I might do, some live while I'm on vacation type stuff, but not like a tribe meeting. So I was like, let me go ahead and just take a chance and go live for a little while. And then I was on the phone. For those of you, my members, you guys, I told you guys last week what was going on with me, but I had a death in the family. And so I've been kind of busy between school starting back up this week, and I had a death in the family. It's been a crazy week. And so the funeral was a memorial service. That's going to be next weekend. So the next 2 weekends I'm going to be traveling because we're going to be going down Virginia, going where my aunt was living is where the memorial service is going to be. So it's been crazy. That's why I haven't been live as often as I was, because it's just been a lot of stuff going on. So I'm going to be here for about an hour. So we're going to go ahead and get it in. So I got a couple of announcements to make, and then we're going to go ahead and jump into this. I don't even know. Y'all need to suggest something for me in the mindless category. I don't know if I'm going to watch Put a Ring on It after this season. Yeah, I'll be honest. I feel like Family or Fiance and Put a Ring on It have sort of jumped the shark. Definitely Family or Fiance. I'm so angry because I really liked that show. I really liked the concept of that show in the beginning, but it is way too produced now. Way too produced. Thank you, number one Eagle fan. Thank you, babes. Way too produced. Okay. Yeah, I just feel like Put a Ring on It. Too much. Commission reviews will be going live to discuss the season finale, so y'all can definitely check her out. Check out her channel after the reunion. I'm sure it's gonna be a bunch of bull hockey and malarkey over there. No, thank you guys. Hey, Patty Duke, how you doing, baby? I ain't seen you in a while. How are you? Yeah, Patty Duke is in my area too. Yeah, we're on the tornado watch, honey. We getting the remnants of Ida coming through our area. So that's what I wanted to tell y'all. I also wanted to say the Whether You Like It or Not panel, we will be on hiatus this week because it's Labor Day weekend. Some of us were going to be out of town. Some of us were not going to be out of town. Also, it is the Jewish New Year. And in case you guys do not know, Socrates is Jewish. She is a practicing Jew. And so that is a holiday for him. And he wouldn't have been able to make it onto the panel. And like I said, I'm going out of town this weekend. I would probably be back home in time for the panel, but we just didn't want to necessarily like stress anybody out. So we're just going to take the week off. And we're going to come back next Monday. So that's the first announcement that I have to make to you guys. So just to let you know, thank you everybody for your condolences. I really appreciate it. Yeah, if you guys were on that live last week, the phone call I took was the phone call letting me know. And I actually was waiting for that phone call. And I started to not go live. And I said, as soon as I go live, my phone going to ring. And that's exactly what happened. But anyway, so yeah, that's what that was. So we're taking a hiatus just for the week. We will be back, not this Monday, but next Monday. We will be right back. The other good news for those of you who enjoy the panel. What's up, Big Sexy and VA? I'm glad to see you. I know you haven't been here in a while. Hey, Gigi Jones. The other thing for those of you, if you are enjoying the panel and you like the Whether You Like It or Not panel, we, at first Scotty was saying he was only going to do it for Potomac and that was going to be it because he was kind of frustrated. He was kind of overwhelmed with a lot of stuff he had going on. But because we're just having such a good time and things are going really well with the panel, we have decided that we will continue after Potomac. This is going to kind of be an ongoing thing, and we're going to start rotating channels after Potomac. So be on the lookout for that, you guys. And thank you for all of you who came over to Josiah's channel and supported us over there on Josiah's channel on Monday. And please, if you did not subscribe, please make sure you guys subscribe to Josiah. He really is a sweetheart. And he's going to be putting out some really good content. He has a live scheduled, and I don't have the date in front of me, y'all, where he's going to be discussing the downfall of Basketball Wives. And for those of you who were like diehard Basketball Wives fans, I think that might be a live you guys might be interested in, because a lot of people really, really used to love Basketball Wives, and the last couple of seasons they've just become very, very disenfranchised with the show. So I think that might be a live you guys would enjoy. You would love to see the panel do Salt Lake City. So this is what I'm gonna say about this. So okay, so that's another announcement. Hold on. You get ahead of me, Black Queen. The concept is silly, and I think I'm over shows filming in Atlanta. Folks are too fake and caught up in cloud chasing. Girl. Hey, Shawana, how are you, boo? I haven't seen you in a while. Love and Marriage Huntsville. I need the whole panel roasting Tisha and her event. Listen, I need y'all to know. Okay, Tracy. So here's what's funny. In the group chat, we have a group chat for the panel. Yeah, we were thinking about adding it, but it takes us 2 hours to do Potomac. We can't add nothing else. But y'all was like, I'm going to get caught up on the show. So he just started watching it. He binged watched like the first 2 seasons in like a weekend. And so in the group chat, we started talking about, we started using the word events. Like we just kept leaving voice messages about event this and event that and event this and event that. And of course, he didn't get the joke at first. And so like every time something would happen, he would come back into the group chat and be like, this and this and this and this and this and that. And so we would laugh at as he was making his progression through all of the episodes. And when he got to event, it was hilarious because then of course he got all of the event jokes. We may do, once Potomac is over, we may get into some other stuff. I don't know what yet, but we're definitely going to keep it going. As far as Salt Lake City, the panel probably won't do it, but I am going to continue to do my Thursday night panel. After Beverly Hills, we'll do Salt Lake City. After Salt Lake City, we'll do New Jersey. We will do that. So, and what I'm going to do is start inviting some other people. Like Josiah watches the other franchises. So I'm going to invite Josiah. I'll invite some other people. So the Thursday night panel on my channel for Real Housewives will continue. So that's what we're going to be doing. Now, the most exciting news to share with you guys, Lord, we still on announcements. I feel like we at the church. We still doing announcements, honey. The most exciting news, though, is that there is a new panel that is going to start. It's going to be on Saturday mornings, though. Teddy's going to kill me because it's going to conflict with Silly Saturdays, but he loved me anyway. It's going to be with myself, Kamisha Reviews, Abby. You guys, it's going to be Ready to Love, the new season of Ready to Love. We are going to be doing a panel. I believe it's going to be on Kamisha Reviews' channel. I'm pretty certain that's where it's going to be. And we're going to be over there. We're going to be doing, it's so hard for me to stick with some YouTube channels. I don't know what makes me loyal or not. Listen, you have to go with what you like. Listen, there are people that I'm subscribed to that I used to couldn't wait for them to drop a video. And now I probably couldn't tell you the last time I looked at a video. Sometimes I think you just get sort of burnt out of stuff, and it's okay. I mean, I was a YouTube subscriber before I became a YouTuber. So I get it. What's up? What's up, Asia from Brooklyn, my supreme sister? Hey, boo. Unapologetic Maverick TV. Will you be hosting the season 6 reunion? I wish. Child, if they call, I'm coming. I ain't lying. If they call me, I'll be there. I wish they would. But we're going to be doing a live panel review of Ready to Love DC. Like I said, it'll be on Saturday mornings at like 11-ish. What time was it, Ebs? Eb, you still in the chat? She might be at church. I think it's Wednesday night, her choir rehearsal night. Child, I gotta keep up with everybody's schedule, honey. But I put it on my Instagram. It's on my Instagram, and it's gonna be Ida. Y'all remember Ida from the last season of Ready to Love. She was I think she was the first woman eliminated. Y'all remember Ida. She's going to be on the panel. So we'll be getting a little bit of tea, honey. We'll be getting a little behind the scenes tea. Oh, that's Thursday for rehearsal. So I'm definitely excited about that. I'm looking forward to that. I'm definitely looking forward to networking with different people, new people, people I don't already know. Definitely looking forward to the door being open to a new audience, right? And so I'm excited about it. I'm excited about that. So be on the lookout for that. You know, we'll be definitely putting more advertisement up as we get closer. I think the premiere date for Ready to Love DC is October the 15th, which means that October the 16th will be the first panel. So definitely looking forward to that. I think that's all my announcements, child. Lord, are those all the announcements? The church announcements, the tribe announcements have concluded for today, I think. Lord, have mercy. All right, let's get into some of this stuff because, like I said, I'm going to do an hour so I can try to get some reviews out before I got to go to bed. I can't stay up all night doing reviews, honey. I got to get to bed. So first of all, the obvious that I want to drop the obvious is we absolutely, positively need to send condolences, loves, and hugs to the Leaks family. It was announced today that Greg has transitioned. From what we found out earlier this week, over the weekend, Nene did. It started off as Nene, a fan was heckling Nene, and she was about to read them, and then she sort of kind of revealed that Greg was at home transitioning. And as somebody who went through that, it's not easy. It's not easy to watch a loved one die. And I've had that happen twice to me where they're doing hospice from home and you are literally, watching them. So I know that's not easy for the family, regardless of how you might personally feel about Nene, one way or the other. I definitely want to send condolences and send prayers of comfort to her. I've seen where everybody, all sorts of celebrities have been sending their condolences to Nene, and definitely her Real Housewives of Atlanta castmates. I saw everybody from Kim Zolciak to Kenya, Marlo, everybody. Hey, what's up, Derica? Hey, boo. So we definitely want to send our condolences. And like I said, it's not easy. Been there, done that. And it's just not an easy process. So hopefully it's the hardest thing in the world to see someone. It is. It's very, very hard. I went through it with my grandmother and I went through it with an uncle, and it is not easy. It is not easy. So, yes, it is. So, that hit today, and I was at work when actually the information hit. No, where was I? I wasn't at work. I was on my way home from work, actually. So yeah. And again, I'm sure we're going to hear more in the days to come in reference to that. But he died of colon cancer. It had gone into remission, and then at some point it returned. And I know a few months ago we found out that he was in the hospital, and then we got that information that he was transitioning at home. I'm so heartbroken. I feel like Greg was one of my uncles. My prayers are with the Leaks family and definitely Nene. Yeah, I mean, hey Amber, how you doing, baby? Greg was a good dude. Like, I don't know the man personally, but being on these reality shows, we sort of get a glimpse into who these people are. We get a glimpse into their personalities. And the one thing that we always saw from our perspective of Greg is that Greg was a good guy. He always had Nene's back. But he always was a rational mind in the madness. He was not one of those house husbands who got in the rah-rah. He wasn't one of those house husbands that tried to create a story or wanted to be a part of the story. He just went along with the go along. He knew his role, right? He knew what he was there for. And even when him and Nene went through some people said it was a fake breakup. Some people said it was a real breakup, whatever. Even when they went through their breakup, I mean, it was a few things that out of anger, we saw some things get, that Greg said, but when they got back together, they got back together. You know what I'm saying? So he was always a good guy from where I stood. You always saw a good guy. He raised Nene's son as his own, all that good stuff. They had a son together. So yeah. Do you think Andy will squash the beat with Nene and let her come back on the show after this? I don't know. I think that's a really good question, Joshua. And I don't know if I spoke to you, Joshua. Hey, boo. I think that a door might be cracked open. If not for a permanent return, maybe in this upcoming season, a tribute of some sort, an acknowledgement. Some, maybe the ladies go and visit Nene and they film the scene. But I feel like the door might be cracked open. I think that last season of Housewives, I think Nene was going through more than what she shared. And it may have manifested itself in ways that were not healthy. I'm not going to say all of it because we know Nene is Nene, but the one thing that Nene said that last season, she talked about how hard it is being Greg's caregiver. And I don't think she was being selfish, and I don't think she was being self-centered. It is hard. Doesn't matter how much money you have. It doesn't matter how comfortable you can make your loved one. It is hard. It's hard. And we don't know what they may or may not have been sharing with the public. We don't know what his doctors were telling him on a day-to-day basis, right? So I don't know. And, I tried to be fair as well. I think in my reviews, I kind of went back and forth. I think one week I was kind of like, Nene's going through a lot. And then I think another week I was like, Nene getting on my nerves. I think I went back and forth. I ain't going to lie. I'm not going to lie. But I do feel like, Nene has been dealing with this for a couple of years now. And it's hard. It's hard. So, yeah. Andy knows he made a mistake, and this gives him a way to save face and welcome her back. Yeah. That's a good point, Zara. That's a good point. This is normally when Jonathan would jump out of the clouds and save Nene, so he must really be busy, honey. I'm not interested in seeing her grief on camera. The public holds no mercy. Now, that's true, Pinky Tiki. You are right about that. You are right about that. The public listen, there's some cold, heartless people in this world. Nene will revitalize Atlanta franchise, especially after the mess. Hold on, scrolled up. After the mess that's going down with this upcoming season. Listen, I don't think anything can, me personally as a viewer, not even a YouTuber, as a viewer of the show, there is nothing that I think about this season that I'm looking forward to seeing. None of the girls, they're women. None of the women are exciting me. None of the potential storylines are exciting me. So I don't know. I understood it was hard for her to take care of him while he had cancer, but the moment I looked at her with the side eyes when she told him she wanted an open relationship. Well, again, we don't know how long, he had colon cancer. We don't know what was really going on and how long it's been going on, and I hear what you're saying, Joshua. I get it. But, listen, it's easy on the outside, I guess. They could do a Watch What Happened live tribute. I'm sure it will be acknowledged because everybody loved Greg. Everybody loved Greg. So I'm sure now how it's going to be acknowledged, that we don't know. I saw that OLG got hit with a sexual harassment. I haven't done the research on that yet. I did see the headline yesterday, but I haven't done the research. So I don't really know a lot about it. But I did see where a former employee is accusing, and they were on the show, the spinoff too, and they're saying that they were fired because of sexual harassment claims. So I gotta go do that. I'd rather than bring Monique with a Y back. Who was Monique with a Y? I don't know who that is. It doesn't help people who are still trying to link Candy and Todd to Clifford and Tamika. Child. Well, I thought we had moved past that, but I guess not. I guess we haven't, child. All right, so definitely sending condolences there. So let's get into some of this other stuff, honey. Let's get into some of the nonsense, honey. So should the talk just cancel? Should have just canceled the talk. We found out, we know what happened last year with Sharon Osbourne and that whole fiasco, and then they had to go on hiatus, and then when they came back from hiatus, Sharon Osbourne left the show, was fired, quit, whatever the hell happened. Then the show went on summer break, and when they came back from summer break, or while they were on summer break, they announced that they were going to be adding their first male permanent co-host to the show, Jerry O'Connell. And now they've lost 2 more co-hosts in the last 2 days. Well, in the last week, I should say. We have Amanda Klotz. No, I'm sorry. Carrie Annabelle, I don't know her. She quit last week. And then Elaine Weltroth. I always want to say Wentworth, and I know that's not her name. She quit today. Or yesterday. I'm sorry. She quit yesterday. Now I know her. She was a editor of Teen Vogue, but I know her from the New Project Runway. She be on the New Project Runway, honey. She be giving it to them, okay? And so I was surprised to see that she was leaving the show, because she like relocated to LA and everything. And I'm not saying that's the only reason why she relocated to LA, but I'm sure that was a large part of why she moved to LA. And so it'll be interesting. I don't know why she left. They never really tell the real story, unless they just, they very seldom tell the real story in the beginning. Stuff will start trickling out, or we might find out a couple of years from now. But as of right now, I didn't really get a whole lot of reason why she's leaving the show. She did, remember when that whole thing went down with Sharon Osbourne, she talked about some of her experiences on the show as it relates to, some insensitive comments that were made, and how she felt like the producers handled it, and all that good stuff. You keep me so informed. That's one of the main reasons why I watch you, on top of the fact that you are insightful in what you talk about. Thank you. Thank you so much, y'all. Listen, that stuff be meaning a lot to me. Y'all just don't know. When I get those mean comments, that stuff be really, that helped me keep it moving, honey. It's hard to catch my lie, but when you do, you appreciate it. Well, I appreciate you being here. Can't believe Sharon's a racist. I used to love her. I don't know why you can't believe it. And, well, I'm not going back down that road, but yeah. They need to move past remedial pop culture and those BuzzFeed quizzes. They need to have more current discussion and more politics. But you know what's funny, Xavier? Now, you're saying that they need to do more politics, but people criticize The View for doing too much politics. So I guess you got to find that happy medium. I don't know. Elaine is probably putting distance to not staying her career after the recording of her. Maybe. Yeah, because people weren't happy about the fact that that there was a recording, because they kind of were questioning, well, why were you recording your coworkers? Like, what's that about? I never watched the show. I'm gonna just be honest with you. The very first season, I wanted to support the show because I absolutely positively love Holly Robinson Peete, right? I've been a fan of her since 21 Jump Street. I absolutely love Holly Robinson. I've been a fan since she was Holly Robinson, honey, before she was the Pete. But y'all know I'm loyal to The View. Y'all know how I feel about The View. And so I never really got into it. And then after that first season, when they fired Holly Robinson and the way it went down, I said, well, hell no, I ain't never watching that show after what they did to my girl. And remember, even when it first happened, Holly Robinson said from the beginning that Sharon Osbourne got her fired. Now, she reiterated it last year after that whole thing went down with Sharon Osbourne, but she said it when it first happened, and she talked about how nasty it happened, that they wouldn't let her leave her dressing room because she was at work thinking that she was going to work, and she was in her dressing room. I think they had like trailers. They didn't have and she was in her trailer, and they wouldn't let her leave her trailer until the production came to talk to her or something. And some of the criticism was that she was too ghetto, and that came from Sharon Osbourne. So I remember when all that happened. So I said, well, if I was going to try to watch the show, I ain't never going to watch the show now. That's my girl. No, she was recorded by someone in Sharon's office the day of the first drama. Right, that's what. Right, but well, okay. I'm sorry. You're right. I said that wrong. There was a question about that recording. I guess is what I should have said. I shouldn't have said who did it. Yeah. Yeah, I only watched that first season. I was done with Hollywood. Right. And again, it wasn't even so much that she left, it was how it was done. What's up, Natalia? I was thinking about you the other day, too. What's up, Auntie? Yeah, so I'm going to be, because like I said, I've been a fan of Holly Robinson Pete since 21 Jump Street. Like, I go way back with her, with Holly Robinson. Way back. Because I would never forget, as a kid, I used to love her hair. Because I was a kid when 21 Jump Street came out. And I remember trying to figure out, how can I do my hair like hers? Because she had the natural, but it wasn't really natural, but it was a natural look to it. Oh my gosh. I used to love Holly Robinson's hair on 21 Jump Street. Those first couple of seasons, because at some point she cut all her hair off and she was rocking like the short, like fro thing going on. But those first couple of seasons, oh, I loved her hair. I was like, and I begged my parents to let me get my hair like that. But they was like, no, we're not doing that. What's up, Miss JD? Hey, Miss JD. You bought the DVDs, Lady Virtue. You know what? I think I watched it. It's on like Amazon Prime or something like that. And I think, is it Amazon Prime? It's on something. One of them streaming services that I subscribe to, child. It's on there. And I actually watched a couple of episodes and I was like, oh my gosh, this brings back so many memories. Yeah, I watched the Aretha movie. I did a whole review on the Aretha movie, Joshua. Yes, I loved it. I loved it. I loved it. I loved it. Loved that hair. But yeah, so I just feel like they probably need to cancel the show. They say that the talk is in trouble too. You know, I feel like the talk never really recovered after Tamar left. Whether you liked Tamar or you didn't like Tamar, she clearly made good TV. It was sort of like the Meghan McCain effect, what we used to talk about on The View, that whether people tuned in to cuss Meghan out, they tuned in. And I feel like, you know, both of those shows were supposed to be direct competitions to The View. And they had a couple of good years. They did. But overall, I just don't think they can capture what The View has done. And it's not even so much that The View is as good as it used to be, because it's not. I've been watching The View from day one. I told you, I watched the very first episode of The View. I remember watching The View. I used to tape The View on VHS tapes and watch it that's a lie. When it first came on, I worked second shift and it came on at 11 o'clock and I didn't have to be at work until 2. And so I would watch it before I went to work. But then once I started working a regular 9 to 5 daytime, then I put it on VHS and I would watch it every day on VHS. I missed a few. I ain't gonna say I've seen every single episode because I'd be telling a lie, but I have probably seen more episodes than I haven't. Now that's the truth. I've seen more than I haven't seen. But I don't know. I just think maybe those shows just couldn't recreate what The View was doing. I don't know. Now, again, I never watched The Talk. I never watched The Real. I never did. But I've probably seen more of The Real than I have seen of The Talk, because I have seen clips of The Real and I have seen I feel like I've never watched like a whole episode, but I feel like I have. If I was changing the channel and it was on, I feel like I stopped for a few minutes, maybe to the next commercial. So I feel like I've seen more of the Real than The Talk. But yeah. Right, exactly, Zara, because The View would come on and then the local news would come on and then All My Children, One Life to Live, General Hospital. And my VHS tape, I had it set to start at 11 and end at 4. And I would just fast forward through the news. Child, fast forward through the news. I would watch the View. That's before DVRs, y'all. That's before DVRs. I watched The View. It went off at 12. From 12 to 1 was local news. I fast forward through that. And then I watched All My Children, One Life to Live in General Hospital. And then that's what I would do. And every day when I got home from work, that's what I looked at. I didn't look at too much nighttime TV because I watched my soaps every night. When I got home from work, I watched my soaps every night. Now, sometimes I got backed up and I'd have to binge watch it over the weekend. Yes, honey, the VHS Volvo. Yes, the VHS. So I don't know, honey, y'all. I don't know. I think they might need to just let it go, because now they have to find 2 hosts, and this season is getting ready to start like next week after next, something like that. Yeah, I've never been. Well, y'all know how. Listen, I ain't never been a Tamar fan. I ain't even gonna lie about that. I ain't even gonna lie. Well, speaking of Tamar, let's go ahead and jump into it then. This ain't really a Tamar story because I'm a firm believer that we can't, take out on, one person what somebody else's sins are. But let's just go ahead and get into this, honey. Tamar Braxton's ex-husband Vince Hubert sued for $66,000, accused of writing a bad check. Now, when I read this, my first question wasn't, why in the world does he not have any money? My question wasn't, why in the world is he going around here, spending money he don't have? My first question was, who the fuck's still writing checks? Who is still taking checks? Let me not say that. Who is still accepting checks? And who is taking a check for $66,000? I mean, you can't just do a bank transfer for that. You can't just run a credit card. Who is taking a check for $66,000? Who is doing that? Now, the story says that reportedly a jewelry company named Green & Company International and its owner, Michael Green, are suing Vince and accusing him of fraud and deceit, along with breach of contract. The incident dates back to December of 2018 when they say that Vince reached out for a deal to be finalized, yada, yada, yada. Child, they say he lied about how much money he made, all of that just for him to buy this jewelry. Now, I don't know what he bought that he needed so bad that he went through all this trouble to get. But, sir. Now, we've heard that Vince is having money problems for years. Going back to the divorce between him and Tamar, we've heard about them having money problems. Remember, Tamar said that her house was on the market and she didn't even know nothing about it? Remember that? She didn't realize that they ain't had no money. And we know she didn't get a whole lot out of the divorce because she's been very candid about her money issues. So I don't know if she didn't get a lot out of the divorce because it ain't nothing to get, or because of a prenup. And they probably had a prenup. Old people write checks at the grocery store. I didn't know the grocery store still took checks. Child, I just want to know who's still taking checks for $66,000. Who is taking checks for $66,000? I know people who won't take a check for $66, much less a K behind that. The hell? Child. Anyway, honey. Let's go on and get to this, child. Lord have mercy, child. These people. Jamie Spears, you are a piece of shit. You are probably the worst father. If there's an award for worst father of the year, I nominate you. I nominate you again. And I nominate you again. Allegedly. Before Jamie Spears. What's up, Monk Chip? Hey, baby. Before Jamie Spears, who was Britney Spears' daddy, a.k.a. the person who was over her conservatorship for the last 13 years. Remember, he agreed to step down as the conservator. We are not talking about that Joshua. No, sir. Nope. Nope. Not at all. Exactly, Vovo. I would be sitting here lying if I said I ain't never played games with my checking account back in the day. But what I can tell you is that I probably can't tell you the last time I wrote a check at this point in my life. But I ain't gonna sit here and lie to y'all and say that I ain't never said, well, payday is Friday, but I'm broke on Wednesday. Let me go on and go down to the grocery store and hope that thing don't hit till Friday. I ain't gonna lie and say I ain't never did it. I ain't gonna lie now. But I'm talking about maybe $15 worth of groceries to buy me some bread, little peanut butter jelly, maybe some ramen noodles and some soda or something to get me to Friday. I ain't talking about $66,000 worth of jewelry. Now, we ain't do that. Where they do that at? But he is allegedly, he's being accused, allegedly. We all have, right, Zap, you know what I'm saying? We done all kind of played that game. Allegedly. He's saying that he will step down as her conservator, but he wants a $2 million payout before he steps down. A $2 million. I can't hear because I'm live streaming, but oh damn, that's crazy. Oh, okay. Well, what's up, Face? And the Really Be podcast will be back in September with Face and Mink. We'll be back for season 3 in September. We are back. We are back. We are back. We're gonna be on Sundays before football, so we're gonna make it happen. We're gonna make it happen. Right, them days of float. Because listen, I knew my days of floating checks was over when I wrote a check, when I started writing checks, and then they started like running the check through their machine and they gave you the check back. I said, oh, well. Remember when they started doing that? They would take the check, they run it through their machine, and then they gave you the check back because they already took the money out your account. I said, well, them days of floating checks is over, honey. You know what, Lock Queen? I don't know what his reasoning behind that is, because here's the thing. You have been making money hand over fist for the last 13 years. You have been making money and paying yourself and reimbursing yourself on things that you were never supposed to be getting paid for. Let's be clear. You get paid when you're a conservator of somebody's, when you're a conservator, you get paid. When you're an executive of somebody's estate, you get a stipend. You do get a stipend. The problem is, it's me, D. I saw it, baby. I don't. If you in the bushes, I saw it, babes. I'll text him back. He just sent me a text. Check 21 account. So it's not out of the realm of like, he was getting paid to be her conservator, but he was also paying himself for stuff that he wasn't supposed to be getting paid for. So you have made more than enough money off of the back of your daughter over the last 13 years. Sir, walk away. Just walk away. Like, you're good. You have maintained a very nice standard of living over the last 13 years. And if you didn't squirrel some of that money away and invest some of that money, then I don't know what to tell you. But for you to have the audacity, after everything that has come out about what's been happening to this girl over the last 13 years, the audacity to say, fine, I will resign, but y'all gonna pay me for my pain? No, sir. No, sir. The sad thing is, they probably will make some sort of settlement with him just for him to go away. I don't know if it's going to be $2 million, but they're going to probably make some sort of settlement just for her to go away. I mean, him to go away. Exactly, Xavier. He has maintained that standard of living by exploiting his child. Absolutely. It's so clear that her father is only concerned about the money. Absolutely. Absolutely. That's all he cares about is the money. You know, and like I said, the sad thing is he's going to probably walk away with a little bit of a settlement just so they don't have to prolong any further legal action, and just so he'll leave. Now, I don't know if he's going to get $2 million, but he's going to probably walk away with a little piece of change. Exactly. You need to pay. Well, I was saying for his pain, like that was what I was saying. He didn't say that. I was saying that. But, you know, you're right, though. But you're right. Now, normally I do the heavy stuff on the front end so we can joke on the back end, but I do want to throw a couple of things out there. Well, first of all, I do want to make this announcement. For those of you who've been enjoying Power Book 3, it was announced this week that there are going to be some new additions to Season 2, and one of those additions is LaToya Luckett. LaToya Luckett is going to be added to Power Book 3 Season 2, and she is going to be Jukebox's mom. So all of you who have questions about Jukebox's mom, we're going to get those answers in season 2. Omar Dorsey will also be joining the cast. Again, Omar Dorsey is Hollywood from Queen Sugar. He will also be joining the cast. So I'm definitely looking forward to it. I'm definitely looking forward to that. Yeah, y'all know I'm loving book 3 anyway, so I'm definitely looking forward to that though. All right. So yeah. But let's get into some of this nonsense. I do have, y'all, like I said, y'all know I like to leave. I normally don't do the heavy stuff at the end, but we're gonna have to go ahead and do that. Queen Sugar's coming. Yeah, Queen Sugar will be back next week. I'll definitely be reviewing that. So the grand jury indicts Colorado officers and former paramedics involved in the death of Elijah McClain. Now, if you guys are not familiar with the story of Elijah McClain was an autistic young man who was out walking. He was approached by police officers. He identified himself. He identified that he was autistic and that he had, I want to say, social anxiety, and he asked the police officers, like he was trying to explain to them what his disability was, and he asked them to step back because they were getting in his personal space. It was making him upset. It was making him anxious. And of course the police didn't care. They didn't want to hear it. They didn't care. And as a result, there was a lot of a whole lot of, y'all know what happens when he ended up, he was killed. And y'all know what ends up happening when stuff like that goes down and it starts getting attention, because this story, nobody knew about this story for a very long time. When this happened before George Floyd, and when George Floyd's case became a national story, his family sort of took advantage of that and was able to get some national attention to this case. And when you hear the details of the case, it's one of those things where you're kind of like, well, what took them so long? Because clearly some shit went down. They tried to say that, I don't have it in front of me now, y'all, but the bullshit line that they gave the family, it was clear the bullshit line that they gave the family about how he passed away was not true. And so they have been indicted, but y'all know it's a long road from indictment to conviction. Y'all know how hard it is to get the conviction of police officers. So it is definitely a positive step in the right direction. That's taken about 2 years to get there. However, we got a long way to go. This case is so sad. I have an autistic child with social anxiety. She needs her space. Yeah. And the fact that he knew to tell the police that, and they still, and see, this is when, and I've said this before, and I'm going to keep saying it so people understand what I mean. When we talk about defund the police, this is the stuff we're talking about. We're not saying, when we say defund the police, we're not legitimately saying defund the police. We don't want money. But what we're saying is take the money that we're using to buy more guns and more, military equipment and all this other stuff that we're doing, and let's put it into some resources. Let's put some training in place. Let police officers have the proper training so that when they do roll up on situations like this, they understand. Now, we know that there's some people can be trained until you're blue in the face and they're going to do what they want to do. But there's some people who honestly don't know any better. He also had a condition where he was always cold, so he always wore his hoodie regardless of the weather. Yeah. Yep. Thank you, Auntie Didi. Yeah. Has there been any justice for Dante Wright? Probably not. Okay, China White, I know that's right. We need more qualified professionals working. Yeah. And that's what I'm saying. Like, we absolutely need more resources, and they're, just like when you call, for a fire, when the ambulance shows up, when the fire department shows up, the ambulance always immediate, it's automatic that if the fire department responds to an emergency, the ambulance, a paramedic has to come. At least that's the rule down here. I don't know if that's a nationwide rule, but here, if the fire department comes, because they don't know what they're going to find when they get there, right? We don't know what kind of we don't know if someone is injured, has smoke, inhaled smoke. If someone, God forbid, is trapped in the building and they pull them out, we need to be ready, right? We can't wait for somebody to show up. They need to be ready. So at the end of the day, that's what we need to be with the police. When somebody is calling saying, hey, this is going on, that's going on, there needs to be some social work. There needs to be some training for that, and okay, I get it. Some of y'all really do mean defund. Okay. Yeah, but I do feel that way. Yeah, I agree. I think that there just should be and definitely in cases like that where this young man is articulating to you what he needs. He's telling you, listen, this is who I am. This is what I need from you. And the police could have respected that. And even if they, because I mean, of course, it's always that he was a suspect in something. You still could have detained him without violating what he said he needed from you. And then even if somebody wasn't with you that had the training, you call somebody. There's just a way that it can be handled. And I think so many situations will be eliminated. Now, is that going to fix every situation? Clearly not. You can't prepare for everything. But I just think a lot of stuff would be can be eliminated, Hey Jennifer, how you doing? What's up, Trey Lecture? Oh, Ashley, hold on. Hold on. I got another package today. And the person's first name is Ashley. I don't want to say their last name because I don't know if that's their YouTube name. I mean, if they have a different YouTube name, and y'all know I don't want to put people's personal business out. When I saw Trey Lecture, I remembered. Yeah, I don't want to say this person's last name, but Ashley, thank you so much. If you're in the chat, thank you so much. I got it was a box of masks, and I appreciate that. I got that. Do I think black men play a role in attracting police brutality? No. Mm-mm. Do I think that everybody acts appropriately when they come across the police? No. Do I think that it defends brutality? Now, there's another conversation. Now, brutality, no. Not brutality. Do I think that some people, the way they react to the police, play a part in how it goes? How the situation plays out? Not brutality, but yeah, I think sometimes the way people respond to the police make things worse. Yeah, I do, but not brutality, not murder. No. Mm-mm. I understand. Keep it cute. Keep it cute. Says she sometimes afraid to let her kids leave the house. She's tired of it. Yeah. No, there are situations where I think that people make bad decisions and put police in a bad situation, but brutality is not. No, because brutality is a choice. The police are choosing to beat somebody's ass. That's a choice. Yeah, that's a choice. Do I think sometimes police have to make split decisions and it's not always the best decision based on what they see in front of them? Yeah, but not brutality. That's a decision. Yeah. Now, last but not least, y'all, it is a fly in here, and I need to kill it. Like, it is getting on my nerves. It just keeps flying. This thing getting on my nerves. So in Texas, talking about karma not necessarily being black to attract police brutality. I don't even understand what your question is now. You said karma. I don't understand that question. I don't understand what you mean by karma. So I don't know how to answer that because I don't understand your question. When you say karma, I don't. Do y'all see the fly? It is like flying, and it keeps flying like right by my ear. I think it's playing with me now. All right. So Texas, a state where they don't want people, where people don't want to wear their mask because they say it is a violation of their personal choices. It is their body, and they have a right to do what they want with their body. And if it means not wearing a mask and killing themselves, then they feel like they are within their rights to not wear a mask and potentially kill their damn self. Texas, right? However, Texas passed a 6-week abortion ban and it went into effect today. Houseway, the same state that says we don't want to wear a mask because it is a violation of our civil rights and we have a right to do whatever we want with our body, is also saying that a woman doesn't have a right to do what she wants with her body. Y'all do realize that most women don't even know they're pregnant by the time they're 6 weeks? Like, you got to at least miss a period before you even start thinking that you might be pregnant, unless you're trying to get pregnant or whatever, or you have other things. You know, some people kind of know their bodies. There might be some other things going on. But do you know how many people do not know that they're pregnant until they're after 6 weeks? I told y'all my sister was in her second damn trimester. Like, my sister was legit in her 3rd month of pregnancy when she found out she was pregnant with my nephew. She just thought she was sick because she was like, I didn't think I could get pregnant. I ain't been pregnant all this time. I didn't think I could get pregnant. She just thought she had the flu, couldn't shake the flu. And I just find it ironic that it's the same place that don't want to wear a damn mask. Y'all don't want to wear a mask, but y'all good. Y'all cool with telling a woman what she can and can't do with her body, but y'all don't want to wear a mask? What kind of shit is that? I don't even understand how that, like, how does that even compute? How does that equate? Like, how does one equal the other? That is the craziest shit I've ever heard in my life. Exactly, Lock Queen. But they don't want to do nothing with masks, but now they begging people to come because the numbers are so out of control. Their hospitals are full. They're begging for nurses and doctors, and they're begging for medical help and money and stuff. Right. It's crazy. It is so ridiculous, y'all. So I don't know. Pray for, I ain't even gonna say pray for Texas. Pray for the people in Texas, because I just think that's ridiculous. So now what you're doing is, Keep It Cute said she was 5 months when she found out. Right. So now you're forcing people to cross, because let's be clear, you ain't gonna stop abortion. You're just gonna force people to cross state lines. You're just forcing people to cross state lines. Like, you're not gonna stop it from happening. Long story on that. A whole lot of people are dying in Texas from the Rona. Oh, excuse me, y'all. Sorry. Anyway, let me get ready to get out of here, though. So, won't be here tomorrow. Friday, we'll be doing a teacher project, and then I probably won't be back until Monday. I might drop in from here, I might drop in from time to time, here or there. But for the most part, that's where it's going to be. So, but y'all let me know what y'all think, honey. Drop it in the comments, honey. My mother was 5 months when she found out she was pregnant with my brother. We all just thought it was fat. You know what, Xavier? I'm not doing this with you. Texas lawmakers absolutely insane. Absolutely. Exactly, Tracy. That's what they wanted to get back to. That's what they wanted to be. Where I'm gonna be minding. Minding. And I'm going out of town this weekend. Ciao. All right, y'all. Let me get out of here. But I will talk to y'all later. Mwah. Peace.